Alright, so it's time for another casual makeup playtime with me, hence the kind of setup. We're going to keep it really simple. If you're new here, I'm trying out this type of video of just keeping it simple, giving you guys one frame, and just having a relaxing time doing my makeup and playing with something new. And today, it's extra special because not only am I going to play with something new, it's something new from Samantha March, and it is her newest collab with Ofra Cosmetics. I was so touched that she wanted to send me the PR kit a little bit early so I could get a video up for you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And yeah, like I like to do, I like to keep the intro short and sweet. Let's just get right into it, and I'm going to show you everything included in the box. I'll have the links and all the details down below, but this is going up, this video is going up the day it is going live, so it should already be available if you are curious. But yeah, here's what it looks like. She's an author, if you don't know Samantha March, and I love how she mixed her life as an author with her love for makeup and her YouTube channel. And you open it up and there's this really cute little message from her. I'll go ahead and, I know I said I was going to keep these chill, but I'm going to go ahead and stick it over like a screenshot of it. I'm just going to take a picture and put it on there so you guys can read it if you want. Really sweet little message from Samantha. But moving on, inside of it she has all the details for the collection. She included stickers, which my kids are going to have so much fun with. I kind of held them off because I was like, nope, I want to do a video and then you can have it. So they're going to go ham on it, I know. And then inside there was a little like info sheet of everything included, and then of course the good stuff, which is the palette. I am so excited for this. It's called Life's a Draft, and here is what it looks like. We have highlighter, blush, and bronzer, and then 8 different type of eyeshadows, and she wanted to go very purpley mauvey with this, and it's totally her colors. Like, I opened this palette and I was like, yep, that's Samantha. Tends to be a little bit more muted for me, but I'm excited to get into this, and I want to see how bold and how fun I can make this and make it as me as I can. And then also there is a lipstick or a lip gloss trio, and this is from her collab last year. I believe it's called Millie, but she also has Peony and Queen in there as well, so more of their kind of glittery glosses. So those are all the products in this collection, and honestly I have to say right here, I was very impressed with the price. If you just want to get the palette, it's $39, and you can use Samantha's code Samantha for I think 20% off, so get it even at more of a discount. Lipstick trio is $29, and then the entire PR box set, which is what I have here today, you can get for $59. So I thought that wasn't a bad price, especially for Ofra. I feel like Ofra can be pretty expensive. Like, I think their highlighters are in the $30 mark. So anyway, yeah, let's just go ahead and get to playing now that I've kind of gone over it. I got clean brushes finally. Let me prime my eyes and we will get into it. Okay, so I want to let my eyeshadow really settle in and not be too sticky, because I do think I remember with working with Ofra, if it's too sticky then I can have like skipping issues, so I want to give it some time to set. So while we do that, why don't we go ahead and just use the bronzer, blush, and highlighter trio. I did think it might be helpful to go ahead and swatch them next to Samantha's previous collection, just in case maybe you bought that and you're just curious how close they are or whatnot. I don't know, I was curious when I saw it, so I figured I'll do that really quick. Okay, so world's worst swatches, but I kind of just shoved it at the end. Anyway, here we have it from the new palette, and then this is her previous collection from last year, all of the singles that I still had. And for the split pans, I just swirled them in the middle, so those are mixed, but they do have a matte and shimmery version. But anyway, I think they're all fairly close. I just listened, like, she just announced it today. I'm recording this on Wednesday, so I need to go back and listen. I don't know if like she changed it up a little bit or whatnot. All I know is that the names on this are different than the names for her previous collection. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you if that might be helpful. But now let's go ahead and get into putting this on my face. And the bronzer does look very warm, so I am going to use it as a bronzer and not try to contour with it. So let me grab a clean brush just so we can make sure we see what the bronzer looks like and not what 59 other bronzers that I've used in the past look like all meshed together. So I'm just going to keep this on the perimeter of my face, and we're going to bronze it up. I feel like her bronzer last year, I remember being like very pigmented and almost having to be careful with it for my skin tone. I can't remember, it's been a while, I'm sorry that I've tried it, but I think it was very nicely pigmented. This I would describe more as a buildable, or just maybe the color is just that perfect color where I can really go ham and not get any kind of like streaks or just like too much. Which, if you're new here, I like that in a bronzer because this is just me all the time. I like to go ham on my bronzers, so when it's more of a buildable formula, I feel safer that I'm not going to make a crazy mess with my bronzer and whatnot. So there is that. Looks very pretty. Builds up nicely, very light. So, I mean, you know, with this, I'm not sure how deep you can go and use this as a bronzer or whatnot, you know, for your skin tone, but for my skin tone, it definitely works as a very natural, gentle bronzer. I'm going to go in with just a touch of Milani's bronzer really quick, and I'm going to contour with it. Okay, there we go. I know, I like a little bit of sharpness when it comes to my bronze and contour, but there it is. So let's go on to the blush now. I'm just going to take this little IT Cosmetics fluffy brush, and I'm going to pick up some of that. I'm typically not someone for a shimmery blush, so let's see how I like this. We're just going to be very glowy today. I think you can see that. I always feel like blush is hard for me to show on camera because I put such a light amount. Like, oof, this is a little too much for me. Whew. Let me see how it blends out. No fault of the product, I don't like it to look blushy. I like, if there's any kind of color, I'd rather that just be like a bronzer type of color as opposed to pink. But that goes on really nice, blends really nice, and definitely has a little sheen to it. And last up for the face is the highlighter. Also too, with this pan, they're magnetic. Ofra's palettes are always magnetic, so you can pop them out, you can move them around. Look how blinding that is. Any one of those things, you don't have to keep them in here. So if you have a lot of Ofra products or whatnot, or if you just, I don't know, want to rearrange it or whatever the case is, you can do that. Or if you're going somewhere and you just want, you know, to bring the highlighter with you in a magnetic palette, you can pop it out and do that. So I like that about Ofra. It's very versatile. Yeah, I like it. Very, very strong on my cheeks today. I feel like probably, I feel like mostly due to that blush, but that's okay. Moving on, let's do the eyes. It's definitely set enough, and I am excited. I want to do something of a different look for me, or a different technique than I usually do, where I kind of focus on blending it out here, and then keep the middle and going upward for the light part of it. That probably didn't make any sense, but you'll see. First up, I think I'm going to take the darkest shade, which the darkest shade is a shimmer. So I'm going to go to the second darkest, which is a matte down here, which I think is Ram. And I'm going to stick that right into my crease here. Let me make sure I got this lined up how I want it. And I'm going to go and apply it. Oof, that's very, very nice. I'm going to apply it like this. And probably focus like that. Not go too much further, I don't think. I don't know, it's a look I've seen a couple people do. I've seen it on Instagram a good bit, and it just looks so pretty. I'd love to know if you already are subscribed to Samantha. When did you find her and how did you find her? I always find it so interesting to know how people discover YouTubers. For Samantha, I can't remember how many subscribers she has or had at the time, but I vividly remember that I was part of the Ipsy Open Studio like Facebook group back in the day, and this is long before I had a channel. A couple of years before I started my YouTube channel, and I remember the Ipsy Open Studio, they put together, a bunch of YouTubers put together a creator tag, and it might even be called like the Ipsy OS creator tag or something like that, but it was a bunch of ladies that got together and did a tag, and then they did it on their channels, and they had, you know, everyone was linking their videos in a thread in the Facebook group, and so I was checking it out, and that's how I found Samantha, because she put her link there, she did the tag, and I clicked over and I watched her, and I was like, I think my first impressions of her was just like, she was so chill and laid back, and I just enjoyed the way she was like, because I think it was kind of a chatty tag where you know, gave little bits and info of your life, so she just had a way with words. Obviously she's an author, not surprising now, but at the time I was just like, I like her. I'm going to go in with this shade, and I think it's called Cherry. So that was the first time I watched her, and I think I watched her and just kind of clicked out and moved on, but then afterwards YouTube started recommending her to me, like her videos would pop up, and that's when I was like, oh, she's an author. Thought that was really cool. Little known fact, maybe you guys don't know this, I forget how often I mention it, but I used to be a book blog, like way before, like the first kind of dip into like social media, being an influencer or content creator was as a book reviewer. So and I kind of left that right before I got married. I think I was just getting too busy to read books like I used to, and so I kind of pivoted to something else I enjoyed, which was makeup. So yeah, that's when I met her, and then eventually, I don't remember exactly, like when it was like, oh, let me subscribe, and I started watching her content super faithfully after that. I'm gonna take a bigger brush. I like to do this, and I'm just gonna go over all of it. I'm not sure how I'll like this technique on me, but I was just super curious to try it. Okay, I like how that looks. Now I'm going to cut that out to make it really nice and sharp, and then I'm gonna work on the outer corner. Okay, feel a little ridiculous now, like I'm flying away, but trying to remind myself, trust the process, Katie. Let's just keep going. And then we're gonna kind of smoke it out here as well. So let's go back in. Should I use a different color just to be different? Really want to use this. I'll use it, but I think I'm gonna first start with this and then I'll top that on it. Shimmer for the lid, I think I was gonna use that one with this one right there. But anyway, let's just jump in with that first one. Yeah, that was I think I was just talking about when I first discovered Samantha. So that was the first discovery, and I'm not sure how long it took for me to like really get hooked on it, because at the time I wasn't a big YouTube watcher, honestly. I think I had like a handful of people at more like learning makeup channel wise that I followed on YouTube, and it was like the big names. Like I know Michelle Phan was someone I followed to learn about makeup, but as far as like on YouTube, I didn't really know there was that smaller YouTube community that was more of like a chatty YouTube community, like Samantha. You know, she does tutorials, she does, you know, learning stuff like that about makeup, but she's also just kind of talks about makeup, and I didn't know anyone like that existed, or there were channels like that before discovering her channel. And then honestly, like Samantha's such a kind and just like always wanting to uplift others and always wanting to, you know, shine, make others shine and stand out, that she's a big reason why I discovered probably, I mean, I could probably say all, but like the vast majority is because of her that I've stumbled across and found all these other creators, because I feel like each one, even the people she didn't directly refer me to, like I found them because I followed someone else she recommended, and then they recommended that other person, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go in with this. I don't know how it'll look, but I'm just curious, so we're gonna go. So yeah, like she is a big reason I discovered so many of the people I follow now. This is a problem with hooded deep set eyes. I don't know how these Instagrammers do this. So yeah, she's a big reason why I discovered so many creators on YouTube, because she would either collaborate with the YouTubers or she would shout them out. I'm actually gonna go even softer into that one, which is 09 or 09. I'm gonna use that. And I really appreciate that, because especially before I found Samantha, and maybe before like Samantha started really growing, like YouTubers didn't talk about other YouTubers. They didn't, unless they were like bigger or, you know, something, or like a collab or something like that. But like this is a little bit more of a brown to it. This is not going well. No fault to the palette, it's just me and my own fault. But it has a little bit of brown to it. So I'm gonna go back into that pink that we used up here. I'm just gonna try to cover it because I don't really want brown. But I feel like I'm going too high now. Oh, this is too much pressure. This is why I don't get creative when it comes to my eye look, because I feel like that looks stupid now. I'm not so sure I love it, but I'm hoping if I put the shimmer on, hoping it'll save it. This looks so cool on people, but me, I feel like it just looks dumb. We're gonna go in with that shimmer, which is this one right here, which I think is Maya right there. And then I might take a little bit of the highlighter if I want it brighter. But anyway, yeah, I really appreciate that about her, that she was always uplifting other creators and shouting them out, and always wanting to like use her influence to uplift others and share about other creators. And it never mattered what their size was. Like it really showed in the way she talked about and befriended creators. It did not matter. Whereas definitely back in that day, whatever, 5-6 years ago, I feel like size really did matter, and there was definitely like the tiers of, you know, if you're small, you only talk to the smaller ones, and if you're big, you talk to the bigger ones kind of attitude. But she really, you know, threw all that to the side. That's so special when you are more concerned about the person that you're talking with than like what their status is, either on YouTube or in life, like, you know, just in general, like what their status is. I just think that is amazing and something we could all, you know, use more of in life. Okay, what do we think? Am I saving this or am I just burning more? I'm sorry, Samantha. This looked like a cool idea in my head, I will say that. Anyway, I'm just gonna blend this with that clean-ish brush. It had a little bit of the pink on it. I don't know if it's like Instagram makeup or just me with deep set eyes trying to do with like techniques for hooded or just normal, I don't know, normal eyes. But I feel like, I don't like how this is just sticking out. I don't like that at all, but it just kind of looks like two sticks sticking out of my eyes, like there's no even blend, because you can't see this cool blend here, which I feel like a lot of people, like if I go like that, it makes more sense. But when I'm looking straight on, it's just kind of like, what did you do? When did you start makeup? Yesterday? Oh well. Anyway, this is pretty much the look. I think I am going to put a little bit of that highlighter. I'm trying to make this more strong if you can't tell. So it looks more purposeful and more like a, I don't know, like I meant to do this. Like I was trying to be artistic. Well, now it looks like I'm just lying. Should have stopped while I was ahead. Besides my poor skills and poor decision-making skills here, the palette is really nice. The palette itself is really nice, and I feel so bad that I've just shown it in such a bad light. But like the blending I thought was great. They all blended nicely. There's a lot of intensity to that. You know, I think I'm gonna tap some of that shimmery purple. I'm just gonna take that and tap it on top because I think it's just a pretty deep shimmer. And I think that would look pretty down there, and my look is already a hot mess, so it's not like I'm gonna make it any worse. You know what, I wanna go in with a little bit of the highlighter shade just because it's so vibrant that I'm just using the same brush, that I feel like it'll help just make this top here pop a little bit. And then my lower lash line, like I have no idea what to do because I feel like I've messed this up so royally. I don't know what to stick on here anymore. I'm just taking that lid shade I put and tapping it over top, kind of like that. Maybe that'll help hide the scariness of what I've done. All right, I'm gonna call it there. We're gonna put on some wing liner. I'm gonna do that off camera. Oh, fallout, very minimal. Honestly, not bad. Not bad at all, but I'm gonna do my mascara and my liner and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Slightly dramatic, I can explain. First off, I definitely think the liner helped bring together the look on the outside, at least, in my opinion. I mean, maybe you don't think so, but I think it did help a little bit. But then I went to put on my mascara, and I'm trying this new one because a lot of people who don't like Sky High say that the L'Oreal Air Volume Mega Mascara is like 10 times better, and like they don't understand the hype behind Maybelline Sky High. So I was like, okay, let me try this since it's so good. It clumps my mascara together so badly. Like you can see it down here. I didn't like how it did my lower lash line or lower lashes. I didn't like how it did my upper lashes. So then I was like, you know what? Maybe, you know, putting on some lashes can save not only the mascara from looking horrendous and clumping all my lashes together, but maybe this look. I think my hair needs to be down. Still just kind of feel ridiculous. Oh, I also put on lipstick, and I chose the Jen Loves Review. What did I do with it? Lipstick. I literally just had it in my hand. Here it is. Refine is what I put on. Oh yes, I need inner corner highlight. I'm just gonna use that same brush. I'm just using this brush all over the place. F70 if you're curious, from Sigma, and I'm gonna use this as my inner corner highlight. I expect great things because it is an Ofra highlighter, and theirs are always so beautiful and blinding. There we go. I feel like with this look, I'm not gonna, you know, I shouldn't be so harsh. This is a look that I think will look really cool in an Instagram picture. But for me to wear it, like, cause I feel like I can get the right angle and it'll look neat. But I feel like for me to wear it in the day-to-day life, I just feel a little ridiculous. But hey, I've been so curious to try this. I've tried it, and now I know to not try it again, and yeah. Now I know. This is the look. Oh yes, let me do the lip gloss. I'm going to take the Millie lip gloss. There's 3 in this little pack. I guess I can, let's swatch it all out. Peony, Millie, and Queen. And the Queen brown for her Vishla dog. I thought that was so cute. So let me swatch them out really quick in case you haven't seen. Millie is the same as her last collab. It's really pretty. If you are into glosses, you'll like it because it's got like holographic glitter. It's super pretty. Their glosses aren't my favorite though. I will say Ofra's glosses just aren't my favorite. They're more sticky, and I remember with Millie I could feel the texture. Nothing like I'm exfoliating my lips like it's sand in there, but you can feel a little bit of texture, a little bit of grit from whatever sparkliness is in there. And like I said, they're also sticky, which is just not my favorite. I'd rather more of like a lip oil, very like smooth when you put your lips together instead of that sticky kind of gritty feeling. But anyway, yeah, I can't talk. But anyway, there they all are. This one definitely has a lot of sparkle to it. These are more of just a shiny gloss. Still the same formula of like stick and stuff like that, but maybe not as gritty because the Millie one has that holographic grit to it. Am I making sense? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to top it, and just to keep the tube clean, I typically just put it on my finger and then smooth it over. There we go. That is what it looks like. I think it's pretty smooth. I typically am not someone who tends to wear a lot of like lipstick topped with gloss, so it definitely feels a little thick to me, but I think it just might be because I'm not used to it. But anyway, here is the completed look. I think the eyeshadows are beautiful. They blended nice, and the lip gloss, if you like that kind of thicker, more sticky gloss, I think you will like it. The price I feel like is right, especially since you can use her, her discount code on top of it. And like I said, the eyeshadows blended really nice. I thought the face products worked really well. The bronzer might be a little light depending on like your skin tone, but I mean, you could use it in other purposes on your eyes, I suppose. But the blush and highlighter I feel like will work for a wider variety. But like the eyeshadows are really nice. Like I thought they all like took no work to blend up, and they're beautiful. It's just my own fault for choosing to do this eye look that just makes them shine in a less than attractive way. I will say with the shimmers, they're not the most remarkable. I didn't swatch these. I'm just gonna swatch them very quickly. Nothing too fancy here. Okay, here they are, swatched super quick. I will say the shimmers aren't anything metallic or sparkly. They're just very soft shimmers. I think they're fine, but they're nothing. I mean, as you can see on my eyes, they're nothing like sparkly, reflective, or metallic. But I will say with their mattes, I have a lot of experience with Ofra's mattes in the past, and these mattes feel a lot smoother, a lot creamier than I'm used to. I've always described Ofra's mattes as very dry feeling when you swatch them, and they don't swatch the best, but these, they feel very smooth, very almost buttery. Not super buttery smooth, but almost to that point. But then they also swatch and pick up really nicely. So I don't know if they're changing up their formula, if they did anything special or different, but this palette feels a lot smoother. So anyway, that is going to be the look per usual. I will stick up close-up so you guys can see this look and let me know what you think. And don't feel bad if you say, yeah, Katie, it's not your best look, because I definitely do feel like it is not my best look. And like I said, sorry Samantha that I decided to get a little too creative and try something new technique-wise when I was trying your collab. But I'm still super happy for you. Congratulations, and I hope even though the placement wasn't the best, that just blending it and whatnot help you guys see the quality and whatnot of the eyeshadows. And I ended up using, I think, like 5 or 6 of the shadows on my eyes today, and I didn't even say, but for my lower lash line, I just used this shimmer down here because it's really pretty. There's something about it that has that sheen to it. It's gorgeous, and it works well blending it and treating it like a matte, but it has a little bit of intensity and shine to it. A very nice shadow. So anyway, that is going to do it for me. Let me know if you guys would like to see more looks from me with this palette, and I can go ahead and put them over on Instagram. I'm not planning to do a 3 looks 1 palette with this, but I will definitely be including it in a future palette palooza and giving you guys all the looks that I created with it and my overall thoughts and reviews of this palette as a whole. But yeah, any more information that I can get for this palette, I will go ahead and put it in the description box of this video along with links. And don't forget that Samantha's code, Samantha, can save you money if you buy this. I think it's like 15 or 20% off, so a substantial amount. Don't forget that code. But yeah, that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning into my casual makeup get ready with me. I'm trying to think of something clever to name this, but like the only thing I can come up is always like cosmetics and casual Katie or something like that. But like anything that rhymes with my name and has 3 letters never goes, because it's KKK. So I don't know, casual Katie is what you get. That's kind of why I'm calling it now, casual Katie. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have a fun idea for the name series, leave them down below in the comments. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.